going to start this conversation by doing this. I'm going to read to you a list of things, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. But I'm going to read to you this list of things, okay?
Okay.
First, hydrostatic equilibrium. The state in which the force of gravitation working to crush a star is exactly balanced by the thermal pressure of its hot gas pushing outwards. Number 2, quasi-hyperbolic discounting. The discounted utility approach states that intertemporal choices are no different from other choices, except that some consequences are delayed and hence must be anticipated and discounted. Number 3, centripetal acceleration. Consider an object moving in a circle of radius r with constant angular velocity. The tangential speed is constant, but the direction of the tangential velocity vector changes as the object rotates. And fourth and final, arbitrary constant of integration. If a function is defined on an interval and is an antiderivative of, then the set of all antiderivatives of is given by functions where c is an arbitrary constant, meaning that any value for c makes a valid antiderivative. So, do you know what that list is? Let me explain to you what that list is. That is a list of things.
Words I don't.
That is a list of things that I understand with greater clarity than what is a catch in the NFL.
Clever.
Dead serious.
That's nice.
Very clever.
If that wasn't a touchdown catch last night, then I don't know what is. I mean, they have this rule, and I've heard all Mike Pereira, who used to be the VP of officiating for the NFL, and all the guys who played are all saying that this was the right call to make.
Oh,
and maybe it was, given the letter of the law. Okay, but if that's not a catch, and if what Calvin Johnson did wasn't a catch, I think the Des Bryant one's a little more iffy. But if those aren't catches, then I don't know what's a catch, really. I mean, when I was watching the replay, I thought they were replaying, they were reviewing if he got the ball across the goal line before his knee hit down. And I watched it 5 times and never once realized that that's what they were reviewing that play for. And it was just I couldn't believe that. And so if that wasn't a catch, I don't know what is. I understand everything that I just said. I understand those things with greater clarity than what is a catch in today's NFL.
Yeah, I feel you, because I don't really understand what a catch is either. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the headline judge's rationale today on why he made that call, but one of the reasons was when he hit the ground, the ball started to come loose. Now, to my understanding, the ground can't cause a fumble in the NFL, right?
Right.
So, his knee is down, he has possession of the ball, and now he's stretching forward. So the fact that he has the ball in his hands now, the play is dead. It's over. It's done. He reached over the plane. That's a touchdown. He hits the ground. The ball wiggles loose. Ground can't cause a fumble. That's a touchdown. And it's a catch. So I don't know what these refs saw last night, but it infuriated me, and I'm not a fan of either team.
I don't know if it's a catch or not based on whatever criteria you go by. All I know is that when they established this rule, I'm pretty sure the Calvin Johnson one was the first.
That was the first big controversial one.
Well, that's the thing is it was one that would give the Lions lead or something, and then the Des Bryant thing. So once they called the Calvin Johnson catch a no catch, they basically backed themselves into a corner.
Yeah.
With all of these calls, saying you have to survive. The ball has to survive the ground. Like when you watch the Calvin Johnson one, he goes down. He's got the ball in one hand. He puts it down, and it falls out of his hands once it hits the ground. So if they're saying that that's not surviving the ground, then according to their specific definition, neither is this one.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people that share our same sentiment. Like, if that's not a catch, then they don't understand what it is and what's not a catch, because the rule is so. I don't even know what the right. It's not specific.
It's cloudy.
It's cloudy. It's gray. They wanted to make it black and white. And I don't feel like they've done that. Let me propose to you a simple solution to this problem. This is what the catch no catch rule should clearly state. It is a catch in the NFL if you have the ball and complete any action with it. You've caught the ball.
Simple.
You know what I mean? Okay, so for example, last night in the Steelers game, he catches the ball and then his action was reaching it over the goal line.
Yep.
He has clearly caught the ball and is performing an action with said ball. Therefore, that is a touchdown. That's why I think the Des Bryant one is. That's where it could still be iffy because he didn't clearly make an action with the ball.
So I'm
he was
watching
kind of getting tackled.
I'm watching the Des Bryant one right now, and he clearly has the ball in his left arm, like he's holding it, reaching for the end zone.
Right. And so I haven't seen that play in a long time, so I might be wrong about that. But what it wouldn't include, obviously, is like a diving catch. If you're diving and you lose control of the ball, like you have it for a moment and then you lose control of it, that will be an incomplete pass because you did not perform any action with the ball. Right. Did I just solve all of the NFL's problems with that?
Don't they say you have to make a football move? They say you have to make a football move.
That's most of it. That's pretty much. I've heard college.
They say that. I just don't know that they follow it.
I don't think they follow it because they didn't follow it in the Patriots-Steelers game. They didn't.
Look, I heard Mike Pereira say this morning that it was because he went to the ground that the ball had to, quote, survive the ground.
So this one right here, Des Bryant catches the ball, and as he's going down, he's reaching out for the end zone. Calvin Johnson.
I think that's an action. When Calvin Johnson's, he clearly, he caught the ball in the air, went down, hit the ground. In the end zone, it's a touchdown. He's, moving to get up. And then he dropped the ball.
This one, the Calvin Johnson one, it's interesting because he puts his arm down, and once his bottom hits, he reaches out his other hand, and that's where the ball gets knocked loose. So I don't know. That's tough. I mean, I would rather have him call these catches because if you go back to all these before the booth reviews, how many of these big calls would have been taken away in the history of the NFL? It's not a catch.
Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We release new videos throughout the week. Or you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, or you can email us at thesportsroomtalkshow@gmail.com. Make sure you subscribe. Watch more videos just like this one.